Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the TheEMTSpot's Blood Pressure Podcast. I'm Samuel Harrison, and I am so ready to dive into today's topic.
I'm Olivia Harper, excited to get into the details.
Today, we're looking at a device that's got everybody buzzing, the Omron blood pressure monitor.
It's currently holding the spot as the second highest rated monitor on Amazon.
And we're going to find out why. Is it really all it's cracked up to be?
We'll be covering the features, pros, cons, what the customers are saying, and even checking out some alternatives.
So by the time we're done with this deep dive, you'll be a total blood pressure monitor expert.
Ready to make the best decision for your heart health.
All right, before we get into it, gotta say, this Omron monitor kind of looks like it came straight out of my grandpa's doctor's office.
Well, there's a reason Omron's been a top brand in blood pressure for over 20 years. They've sold over 100 million home use monitors.
100 million.
Yeah.
All right, you've got my attention. So what is it about this particular Omron monitor that makes it so special?
This model is known for being both accurate and easy to use. It uses advanced averaging, taking multiple readings to give you the most accurate results.
Oh, cool.
And get this, it can even detect irregular heartbeats, specifically atrial fibrillation, which, as you know, increases the risk of stroke.
Wow, that early detection feature could be a real game changer. Talk about peace of mind.
Right.
But wait, it can also talk to my phone.
Yep.
Tell me more about this Omron Connect app. What can it do?
Okay, so the Omron Connect app is basically your blood pressure command center. It stores all your readings in one place so you can track your progress over time.
That's awesome.
You can also share this data with your doctor. Super helpful for managing your health. And some versions of the app can even integrate with Alexa for hands-free tracking.
Okay, I'm sold on the app, but what about the actual monitor? What comes in the box?
So you get the cuff itself, an AC adapter so you can keep it powered, batteries for on-the-go use, a carrying case, and a quick start guide.
Handy. And what about cuff sizes? Is it one size fits all?
No, not exactly, but it's designed to fit arms 9 to 17 inches around, so it should work for most people. But like with clothing, it's always good to double-check the measurements just to be sure.
Good point.
Yeah.
Now, how do we actually USE this thing? Is it super complicated, or can even I figure it out?
Haha. Don't worry, you don't need a PhD in blood pressure monitoring to use this. It's super user-friendly. Just wrap the cuff around your upper arm, right above your elbow. Make sure it's snug, but not cutting off your circulation.
Yeah.
Then, connect the cuff to the monitor and hit the start button.
Sounds easy enough. So the monitor does its thing, inflates the cuff, takes the readings, and then bam, blood pressure numbers on the screen.
Exactly. And because of that app we talked about, those readings also get sent straight to your smartphone.
Yeah.
You can keep track of your progress super easily. This monitor is all about making blood pressure management as seamless as possible.
I love seamless. But what are the people saying? You know, the real experts, the customers.
Yeah.
Let's dive into those customer reviews.
Okay, so the reviews are mostly positive. People are really impressed with how accurate the monitor is. They're saying the readings match up almost perfectly with what they get at the doctor's office.
That's reassuring. But every rose has its thorn, right?
Well,
What are some of the downsides people have mentioned?
one thing that keeps coming up is what some users call the shirt sleeve error. If you're wearing a shirt while taking a reading, sometimes the monitor will give you an error message.
Hold on. So to use this thing, I got to be shirtless every time.
Yeah, some people aren't too happy about that.
I can see why. A little inconvenient.
And some people also wish the app had more features, like more advanced tracking and analysis stuff.
That makes sense. Sometimes you just want to dig deeper into the data. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the good and the bad, but what about the price? How much damage is this Omron monitor going to do to my wallet?
That's a little tricky. Omron doesn't sell this monitor directly. You have to go through other sellers like Amazon or eBay.
Ah, the joys of online shopping.
But on the official Omron website, it's listed at $83.89. You can often find it for less on other sites, though, so it's worth shopping around.
Good to know.
And bonus tip, the Omron monitor is HSFSA eligible.
Ooh, for our listeners who might not know, HSA and FSA are Health Savings Account and Flexible Spending Account.
You can use these accounts to pay for healthcare expenses, including blood pressure monitors.
With pre-tax dollars. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we've covered a lot, but before we move on, let's quickly summarize the pros and cons so far, just to help our listeners compare.
So, on the plus side, the Omron monitor is made by a reputable company with a history of making accurate devices. It's easy to use, thanks to that single-touch operation, and the cuff is adjustable. And of course, we have that Bluetooth connectivity and the Omron Connect app, which makes tracking your data and sharing it with your doctor super easy.
Awesome. And on the minus side?
We have the shirt sleeve error, which seems to be a common complaint, and the app could use some more advanced features.
Right.
And although it's not the most expensive monitor out there, it's not exactly cheap either. The price can also vary a bit depending on where you buy it.
So do your research, people.
Exactly. It all comes down to your personal needs and what's most important to you.
Right, it's not one size fits all. Some people might prioritize simplicity, while others might want all the fancy features.
Totally. And that's why we wanted to show you all the different options out there to help you make the most informed decision for your health goals.
Awesome, but wait, there's more. Before you make your final decision, we want to show you the bigger picture of the blood pressure monitor market.
That's right. We've got a few more blood pressure monitors to show you. Each one brings something unique to the table.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What other contenders are out there vying for a spot on our listeners' wrists?
We've got 3 really interesting options. The Oxaline, which is known for clearly indicating your blood pressure range, the Check Me, which also tracks heart rate and pulse, and the Cardio Arm, which has a really sleek design and some super insightful features.
Ooh, it's like a blood pressure monitor showdown.
It is. Each one has its strengths and appeals to different needs. Don't worry, we'll break it all down for you in the next part of our deep dive. All right, welcome back to the TheEMTSpot's Blood Pressure Podcast. Ready for round 2 of our blood pressure monitor showdown.
Absolutely. Last time we dug into all the details of the Omron blood pressure monitor.
But now it's time to meet the challengers.
I'm excited to see what these alternative monitors bring to the table.
Okay, so let's kick things off with the Oxaline monitor. This one's all about making blood pressure readings super clear and easy to understand.
Okay, I like that.
Its standout feature is this range indicator that gives you like a quick visual cue so you know right away if your blood pressure is in a healthy range.
That's a great feature, especially for people who are new to monitoring their blood pressure. You don't have to be a doctor to understand what the readings mean.
Exactly. No more Googling what do these numbers even mean in a panic. The Oxaline keeps it simple. And on top of that, it's known for its easy-to-use, straightforward design. So if you want a no-fuss, reliable blood pressure monitor, this one's a great option.
Sounds like a winner for those who value simplicity. Okay, let's move on to our next challenger, the Check Me monitor. If I remember correctly, this one's a bit of an overachiever.
It is. This thing is like the multi-tool of blood pressure monitors. It not only measures your blood pressure, but it also tracks your heart rate and pulse.
Wait, it does all that? That's pretty impressive.
Right.
I can see how this would be a great choice for anyone who is really serious about tracking their heart health.
Absolutely. And it's not just about quantity. The Check Me is known for being accurate across all of those different metrics.
Yeah, accuracy is key when it comes to this kind of stuff. You want to be sure you can trust the numbers, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to our final contender, the Cardio Arm. This one seems to be the stylish option.
It is. The Cardio Arm definitely wins in the looks department. It's sleek, modern, doesn't really look like a medical device at all.
Form and function. But what about those advanced features? What makes this one stand out?
One of the coolest features is that it can make visual graphs and charts of your blood pressure data.
I love that.
Being able to visualize your trends is super helpful for understanding how your blood pressure changes over time.
Totally agree. Seeing the bigger picture can be really helpful. Sometimes looking at just the numbers isn't enough, right?
Right. And the Cardio Arm makes it easy to share that bigger picture with your doctor, too. It connects seamlessly with your smartphone so you can keep track of your progress, create reports, and even send all that data to your doctor.
Wow, super convenient.
It is.
Okay, so to recap, we've got the user-friendly Oxaline with its clear range indicator, the multi-talented Check Me that tracks heart rate and pulse, and the stylish Cardio Arm with its awesome data visualization and sharing capabilities.
That's right.
It's a tough choice. How's a listener supposed to decide?
I know, it is a lot to take in. But remember, the best blood pressure monitor for you is the one that fits your needs and lifestyle best.
Right, some people might want simplicity, others might want all the bells and whistles.
Exactly. And that's why we wanted to show you all these different options. We want you to feel empowered to choose the monitor that best fits your health goals and your comfort level with technology.
Great point.
We'll continue this discussion in part 3, where we'll take another look at the Omron and give our final verdict on whether it's the right choice for you.
And we're back for the final round of the TheEMTSpot's Blood Pressure Podcast.
It's time for the final face-off in our blood pressure monitor showdown.
We've seen the features, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad.
And even some pretty awesome alternatives.
But now we got to come back to where we started.
Our original contender, the one that kicked this whole deep dive off.
The Omron blood pressure monitor.
After seeing all the competition, does it still hold up?
Is it the right choice?
Let's break it down one last time.
All right, let's weigh the evidence. So what's working in the Omron's favor?
Well, first off, Omron is a really well-known brand.
Right.
With a long history of making reliable products. They've been in the blood pressure game for a while. They know what they're doing.
And the customers seem to agree. We saw a ton of great reviews praising the Omron's accuracy.
Yeah, people are saying that the readings from the Omron are almost exactly the same as what they get at the doctor's office.
That's super important. If you can't trust the numbers, what's the point?
Exactly.
And on top of that, the Omron is supposed to be super easy to use.
It is. The one-touch operation and the adjustable cuff make it really straightforward, even for people who aren't that comfortable with technology.
You don't need to be a tech whiz to take care of your health.
Exactly.
And we can't forget about the Bluetooth and the app.
Oh yeah, the Omron Connect app. That's a game changer. It's like having a personal blood pressure assistant right there in your pocket.
You can track your data, see the trends, share it all with your doctor.
It makes staying on top of your heart health so much easier.
Super convenient.
It is.
All right, so the Omron sounds pretty good so far, but what about the downsides? No product is perfect, right?
True. And one thing that keeps popping up in the reviews is that shirt sleeve error we talked about earlier.
Oh yeah, the dreaded shirt sleeve error.
It seems like the monitor can be a bit finicky.
Yeah.
And sometimes it gives an error message if it senses you're wearing a shirt while you're trying to take a reading.
Oof, that's so annoying.
Uh,
Who wants to take their shirt off every time they want to check their blood pressure?
right. And some people also wish the app had a few more features, like some more advanced analysis options.
Oh yeah.
Or the ability to set custom goals, that kind of thing.
I can see that. Sometimes you want to dive deep into the data and really get a good understanding of what's going on.
Definitely. And, of course, we have to address the price.
Ah, yes, the elephant in the room.
The Omron isn't the most expensive monitor out there, but it's not exactly a steal either.
And on top of that, the price can change depending on where you buy it.
Right. Sometimes it's cheaper on Amazon, sometimes it's cheaper on eBay.
Always got to shop around.
You got it.
Okay, so the Omron has its good points and its bad points. What's the verdict? Is it the right choice?
Honestly, it depends. There's no one-size-fits-all answer.
That's fair.
It really comes down to your individual needs, what you're looking for in a blood pressure monitor.
What matters most to you?
Right. If you're looking for something reliable, accurate, and easy to use, and you're not too worried about the shirt sleeve error or the app being a little basic, then the Omron could be a great choice for you.
Makes sense. But if you're on a tighter budget or you really want those extra features, then one of those other monitors we talked about, like the Oxalign, the Check Me, or the Cardio Arm, might be a better fit.
Exactly. The most important thing is to do your research, weigh your options, and pick a monitor that you'll actually use.
One that makes you feel good.
And one that fits your lifestyle. It's your heart health we're talking about. It's worth taking the time to find the right tool.
Couldn't agree more. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of blood pressure monitors.
We hope you found this journey helpful and informative.
We sure did.
We want you to feel empowered to take control of your blood pressure and make choices that support a longer, healthier life.
Knowledge is power. A big thank you to everyone for joining us today on the TheEMTSpot's Blood Pressure Podcast.
I'm Olivia Harper.
And I'm Samuel Harrison. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this episode with anyone who might find it helpful.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep those hearts healthy.